bridge rectifier. It is a type of full wave rectifier wherein the 4 diodes are connected in the form of a bridge. Here, the input AC voltage is reduced to a lesser AC voltage by means of a step-down transformer, and one terminal of the transformer is connected to anode-cathode junction of the 2 diodes. Another terminal is also connected to anode-cathode junction of another 2 sets of diodes. Here it is connected to anode-cathode junctions of D1 and D4. Here this terminal is connected to anode-cathode junction of D2 and D3 diodes. The load resistor is connected between cathode-cathode junction of the 2 diodes, that is D1 and D2, and anode-anode junction of D3 and D4. Now this is the circuit diagram. The working of this is what happens in the positive half cycle. Now this is a simple transformer. Here, in the positive half cycle, this is the input signal, if this is the reference. So A is at higher potential compared to B. So this is Vm. Now when A is at higher potential compared to B, A is at higher potential is connected to this point, where this is applied to the anode of D1. So therefore D1 become forward bias, but see, the higher potential is connected to the cathode of D2, cathode of D4. Therefore D4 become reverse bias. So D1 become forward bias and we can replace it by a closed switch. But D4 becomes reverse bias and we can replace it by a off switch. Similarly, what about D3 and D2? Here, this is connected to the negative. B is at lower potential. So negative is connected to this point. Here, negative is connected to cathode. Therefore, D3 becomes forward bias. Here, lesser potential is connected to anode. Therefore, this diode become reverse bias. So this diode D2 become reverse bias and act as off switch, and D3 become forward bias and act as on switch. And here there is a load resistor RL, and here we take the output voltage. Now this Vm flows like this. There is no voltage drops in the other part. So this is equivalent to as good as an AC voltage of Vm. This is the point A and this is the point B, this one. And A is connected to point C, which is nothing but one end of RL. So this is C, one end of RL. What about other end of RL? Other end of RL is D, which is nothing but B. So this is D, which is nothing but B. When you take the voltage across this, so here the voltage will be exactly same as this voltage. So that means the output voltage across RL is nothing but the input AC voltage itself. So in the positive half cycle, the input voltage will be this one, the output voltage will be this one. So this is Vm. Now in the negative half cycle, what will happen? A is at negative potential, B is at positive potential, that is at higher potential. This is B. Now what are the diodes which are reverse biased in the positive cycle become forward biased now? The diodes which have became forward biased now became reverse bias. So here D1 becomes reverse bias, this D2 becomes forward bias, this D3 becomes reverse bias, open, and D4 becomes forward bias. See, always opposite diodes will be having the same state. Here open switch, here closed switch. Here also the same thing. Here the load RL. Now the current flows now in this way. That is from C to D through the load. In the positive half cycle also the current was from C to D. So like a center tap full wave rectifier, here also in the negative half cycle the direction of current will not change. So in the negative half cycle we get again the unidirectional pulsating DC. So here, and this is the output voltage, and this is called pulsating DC. Now what are the parameters of a bridge rectifier? DC output voltage V average, that is equal to 2 Vm divided by pi, because the output voltage was same in bridge rectifier as well as a center tap full wave rectifier. Anyway, if you want to derive the expression, I have derived it in my previous video and the link is also already given in the description. DC output current, that is I average, that is equal to V average divided by RL. I is equal to V by R, which is equal to 2 Vm divided by pi into RL. If you substitute this here, you will get this. Or in terms of Im, I can write it as 2 Im divided by pi. AC output voltage Vrms, that is equal to Vm divided by root 2. AC output current Irms, that is equal to Vrms divided by RL plus Rf, where Rf is the forward resistance of the diode, which is equal to Irms divided by root 2, and this equation is normally not used. Anyway, the ripple factor, that is equal to 0.486, that is nothing but the percentage of AC component in the rectified output. The efficiency, that is nothing but output DC power divided by the input AC power, that is 81.2%. And all these derivations I have done in my previous video, and I have given the link in the description. Now the peak inverse voltage. What is the peak inverse voltage? This is the maximum reverse voltage that drops or that can be applied across a diode when it is reverse bias. So to calculate the peak inverse voltage, either you take this circuit or this circuit, any circuit is okay. In the positive half cycle, these two become on switch, these two become off switch. Anyway, I will take this itself. So the circuit diagram will be, this is the transformer, and here this becomes forward bias D1, D2 become a reverse bias. So this is D2, here it was D1, here D3 it was reverse forward bias, and D4 it was reverse bias. And here this is plus, this is minus, maximum voltage applied is Vm. Here there is a load RL, and this is the output voltage that drops. Now you apply KVL here in this loop or in this loop. What do you get? Any loop is okay. So we'll start from here for this loop. So this is equal, I will start from here, V naught, here it is plus minus, because this is plus, minus VD4 equal to 0. because sum of the voltage drop in a closed loop is equal to 0. Therefore, what is VD4? VD4 is the voltage across the diode. Since this is maximum, so what is V0? Maximum value of V0, that is equal to Vm, that is equal to VD4. So this is the maximum voltage because the output voltage cannot exceed Vm. So this is nothing but the peak inverse voltage. Therefore, the peak inverse voltage of a bridge rectifier will be Vm, but it was 2 Vm in the case of a center tap full wave rectifier. Actually, there is a disadvantage of a center tap full wave rectifier.